Hey there. You're probably wondering, why should I take the time to listen to this little presentation? Well, you shouldn't, unless you care about food. You shouldn't, unless you care about protecting the environment. You shouldn't, unless you believe that knowledge and education can set people free. And you shouldn't, unless you care about empowering those in need. But if you do care, then stick around. You're going to like this. In the next few minutes, I'm just going to give you life-changing resources and show you how to help and make a dramatic difference for good in some astonishing, fun ways. Are you tired of watching the price of food going up and up, while the packages have been shrinking way down? As if we didn't notice. How would you like to get off the hamster wheel and have plenty of tasty, fresh, nutritious food that's free of pesticides and hormones? What if you could turn your yard from something that you had to spend a lot of time and money to take care of into something that took care of you? Wait, did your red "she's gonna tell me to grow a garden" alarm just start flashing? Well, I'll fess up and tell you you're right, but you can relax. You're about to discover a completely different way to grow food that will roll your socks up and down. What if I told you that you could skip the digging, the hours on your knees weeding, the expensive chemical fertilizers, the toxic pesticides, and even the high water bills that usually go with gardens? You'd think farming food like that, you'd end up with shrivelly, bug-infested, black crops. But nope. When you know how to do it, what you actually get is large, juicy, sweet, nutrient-dense produce that's ridiculously easy to grow. In fact, if you're growing trees with this method, you'll be busy pulling down fruit so the branches won't break. Sounds delusional, right? But this method isn't something we came up with. There's a gent by the name of Paul Gauci who's been leading this rapidly spreading innovation from his farm in Washington State. People come to visit from all over the world to take his free tours and eat as much food from his land as they'd like. And would you believe he says his problem is too much food? Probably sounds like I'm trying to sell you something, doesn't it? But nope. In fact, not only is it possible to switch over to this kind of growing for free, here's a link to an organized collection of videos that will tell you everything you need to know to get rolling. It's called the Back to Eden method, and pardon the pun, but there's a growing movement out there. Farmers to families are happily swapping their old ways of growing food to save time and money with terrific high-yield results. But I'm just getting warmed up. What if I told you that this was just one of many jaw-droppingly cool ways to raise crops and critters? Our project, our mission, is called the Abundance Farm, and it's all about making this world a better place. Showing folks how to ramp up their lives by teaching off-grid independence, saving them money and time, making their homes more beautiful, turning trash into treasure, protecting the environment, helping others. You get the idea. And why not disguise this education as toe-tapping, back-slapping, knee-knocking, stack-jawed, hay-necked fun? Curious? Well, let's dig a little deeper. First up, why call this the Abundance Farm? How can we talk about abundance when most farms are struggling these days? The answer? They don't have to be. Our example of the Back to Eden method for growing bucks traditional farming. You know, plowing, toxic pesticides, expensive chemical fertilizers, genetically modified frankenfoods, heavy machinery, lots of weeds, and the constant need for water. Could you imagine the difference we could make one farmer at a time with just this one revolutionary message? And the cool thing is, there's so much more to tell. If you've been on Disney's The Land Tour at the Epcot Center, you'll remember boating by plants laden with food standing straight up in the air. Rather than growing in dirt, these amazing plants were firmly rooted in water. And if you wanted to do a taste test, you could buy a delicious, expensive dish of it in the Land's restaurant. Disney's using several great techniques. The first, vertical gardening, where you can grow a lot in a little space by training plants up instead of out. Another is hydroponics, where nutrients and water are delivered directly to plant roots, so they grow more quickly and often much larger than plants that grow in soil. And they also use something called aquaponics, where you add fish to the mix. When done right, the fish waste provides organic fertilizer, and the plants clean the water and even provide food like duckweed for the fish. Now you've got yourself a very cool virtuous cycle for growing stuff. Disney charges a pretty hefty chunk of change to take a backstage tour and see how they do what they do with all of these techniques. But if you go to theabundancefarm.com, you can find a well-organized collection of videos that will again show you everything you need to know to try out any and all of these techniques from the best teachers out there, again, for free. But this just gets more fun. You know about helpful insects like silkworm and bees, but have you heard about black soldier flies? They are creepy and amazing. Here's a look at what black soldier flies do when they grab a burger. So that's the creepy part. Now, what makes them so amazing is that these little guys may just be the world's greatest recyclers. Not only can their larvae compost waste in record time, they're also a protein-rich, organic favorite food for farm animals. We're talking chickens, ducks, fish, pigs, and more. And black soldier flies even harvest themselves. They solve a lot of problems. They can get rid of garbage, including the methane gas pollution that comes with it, and turn it into rich compost. They reduce the cost of raising animals with feed that's a lot more healthy than genetically modified corn and byproducts. They reproduce very quickly, and they don't bother people or spread disease, so they're a clean, very sustainable source of food for the long haul. And they do it all for free, out of the goodness of their hearts. You'll be able to see these little guys in action at theabundancefarm.com. Same deal, no charge. There's a lot more to share, like how to turn just one tomato seed into thousands of tomatoes in just one summer, or what an earth ship is, or how to grow food right through the winter without a greenhouse. But we've got to get a move on. Now, when you have abundance, the best thing you can do is teach others how they can have it too. We want our guests to be able to take just about anything we're doing and do the same kind of thing at home. So let's talk about how we're going to take all this knowledge for raising crops and critters that we've rounded up online and turn it into something much more real. Right now, we've got 100 acres of beautiful farmland to put all these ideas to work. The Abundance Farm is a real place with enormous potential. Here's a quick look at the plan. We're going to invite a team, especially veterans with disabilities, to help us prepare the land, build cost-effective, sturdy places to both grow and sell what we produce, and take part in the day-to-day things that will need to be done to run the Abundance Farm. We're going for a win-win that will teach new skills, bring in a healthy income with profit sharing, offer a healing, therapeutic experience, and a chance to be part of blessing the lives of many other people. The Abundance Farm will be an educational retreat for field trips, families, and farmers to come on down and learn about every technique we use in a pretty magical way. Imagine climbing out of a school bus for a tour of the Abundance Farm. You're free to explore with the help of a smartphone, yours or a rental for a few bucks. That phone will reveal a hidden world during your visit. You hold it up to a picture and see the guide in the photo come to life and show you one of the easiest ways in the world to grow lettuce. Look at a cayenne pepper plant through the phone and the plant starts talking, telling you how folks use it for everything from first aid to cooking. You see a greenhouse appear in a place where it hasn't even been built yet. Hold your phone up to the chicken range and you may see a dinosaur stomping about in it, without hurting the chickens. What you'd be seeing is a cutting-edge technology that overlays the digital world onto the real world. Whenever a guest finds one of these magical hotspots, they'll be able to tap on that image and be taken to even more, like an interactive quiz, a clue for a learning scavenger hunt, a web page, a video, whatever. But that's not all. There's plenty of other ways to teach and entertain to get folks excited about becoming more self-reliant, taking better care of the earth, and enjoying the great outdoors. Here's a random sampler of a few things we've got in mind. Workshops and seminars and concerts, oh my! Visitors can learn everything from a hands-on experience building a geodesic dome greenhouse on a tight budget, to making homemade lavender soap, to beekeeping. Guests can enjoy everything from community performers to guitar sing-alongs around the campfire on the weekends. An orphan plant rescue. Visitors will have the opportunity to take home a gift, a plant. They'll be able to give it a name, decorate the pot, and be given a certificate of adoption, but they won't know what that seedling is. The best way to solve the mystery is to care for it until it's grown large enough, and then do a little digging to figure out whether they've got a sunflower, an apple tree, or a 10-foot-tall man-eating Venus flytrap. A donation station will give guests the opportunity to participate in all kinds of fun ways to turn trash into treasure. You'd be surprised what you can do with things like coffee grounds and soda bottles, eggshells, wood chips, tree branches, dried up old flowers, and used cooking oil. The Honorary Farmer for a Day, or more, program turns guests into trained volunteers. They'll be able to roll up their sleeves and get a hands-on education, earn points for prizes, achieve credit for internships and leadership positions, take in heaping helpings of fresh air and sunshine, teach kids the value of service and work, make new friends, and feel the satisfaction of knowing they're making a meaningful contribution to the world, too. Honorary farmers get to feed chickens, milk goats, harvest seeds, prune trees, round up crops, put up a greenhouse, run tours, make blog videos, care for rescued animals, the works. Check a chick. Each day, we'll invite a few of our guests to write a name in pencil on an egg and put it in an incubator. Other visitors will be able to help turn and water them, and everyone can watch the miracle of at least one of these eggs hatching daily. Discover never-before-seen innovations, including a way to save every bit of fruit that grows on a tree from spoiling, a maze game not for the faint of heart, an astonishing way to learn and recognize the constellations in the comfort of your own home, and lots more. Now, which would you rather have, part of a watermelon or all of a grape? Since prosperity and generosity are a great combo, the Abundance Farm is a for-profit effort. The more we bring in, the more we'll give back. By producing high-quality, high-demand goods and services at great prices and knowing how to draw a crowd, we should do all right financially. And when we do, here's how we're going to get all philanthropic on you. Donate at least 25% of our profits to local charities on out to rescue efforts in third-world countries. Give bushels of the food we produce to our local food banks. Create jobs for our veterans, folks with disabilities, stay-at-home moms, those who want to get off welfare, take care of their own families, and make a meaningful contribution to their community. Since this is a co-op, profit-sharing payout, the better. The better the Abundance Farm does, the better everyone does, not just a few fat cats at the top. Help kids reconnect with nature in playful ways. Teach families how to easily grow their own food and show farmers how to cut costs and ramp up quality food production using interactive, hands-on educational experiences to teach. Of course, we'll also offer a wealth of knowledge on our website. An SOS program. SOS for Service Opportunity Sightings and Service on the Spot, where we'll look for and partner with worthy causes to organize and host gatherings where we get together and lend a hand in a playful, fun way with a new service project each week. Partner with local farmers who go by the Abundance Farm standards to offer an ongoing farmers market where they can spend more time growing and less time selling. Boost tourism for the area as an agritainment mecca, including low-cost, no-cost school field trips. Host fundraiser opportunities for local schools, churches, clubs, and such. Provide emergency shelter with the ultra-sturdy, well-insulated monolithic dome buildings we'll be building. Show better alternatives for garbage than the local landfill by teaching and practicing cutting-edge green techniques. Offering super fresh, nutritionally dense, uber tasty, and yes, even healthy food. Watch for lots of pick-your-own stuff. Now, we have the land, we have a growing team, we have donations and supplies coming in, and of course, the know-how to pull off some pretty exciting plans. If you think we've got a plan worth fighting for, you can join our team by calling 571-939-FARM or writing us at info@theabundancefarm.com. And if you'd like to make a donation, we've got some fun ways to say thank you kindly. Magic Garden Butterflies. Put these in your garden, and with the free app, watch your friends' jaws hit the ground when they see anything from fairies to dinosaurs flitting and tromping about. Get an interactive Abundance Farm t-shirt or hat. Living pics. Send us a video of your wedding day, or a historic moment in sports, or a family reunion, or any other family-friendly movie you've filmed, and we'll turn it into a picture that does this. Share any name you'd like to dedicate your donation to, and we'll put it on our wall of gratitude, both at the entrance of the Abundance Farm and on our website. You can also name one of our buildings, fountains, or recreational areas at the Abundance Farm for everyone to see for a long time to come. You can even include a special hotspot video message. If you're a practical sort and like what you learned about black soldier flies, we can send you your own supply of them to get your own colony started right away. They may be creepy, but they grow on you. Oh, wait. Okay, that's it, at least for now. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you like what you've seen, please help us spread the word by doing the old like and share routine found below. The ripples of your support will go on and on from here on out. I'm Shannon Jensen, and may the bird of happiness really lay it on you.